Hi dun kay, I can see Ate Jenny and Kuya Don from, yung relatives ni Tito Don. Hi, Tito Pat.
Okay daw. Okay.
Hi, Tito Romy.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Mama Lynn.
Hi, everyone.
Si Adriana.
Adriana.
Hey, Adriana.
Dalaga na ako, tita.
Oo. Na.
Hi, Bing.
Kasi X nasa ano din? Nasa Australia. Saan ka, X?
Alice Springs.
Layo mo pala.
Alice Springs.
I see Charles, Ray, Jean.
Days, I like your backdrop. You look like an alcoholic.
Na.
Who
Hi,
does?
Dave, Ray. Hi, Lorraine. Romy, Angelina.
Okay, we'll be starting the AVP. My cousin, Kuya Rico, will be playing it shortly.
Nico.
Yay! Thanks, Laika, for playing that again. I think the link to the video is available online. My cousin Ina sent it on the group chat for those who were having trouble viewing it. We will remember you, Mommy Ju, every day. We have so many memories with you. In fact, some of my uncles abroad will be sharing a few words. I think we will start with Tita Ray Pangilinan. Let me know if you're ready. You can comment on the chat box if you also want to share a few words about Mommy Ju. We'll include you in the list for tonight.
Good morning, everyone in the U.S. and good evening, everybody else, and somewhere in between. I know this is worldwide, so first of all, I my condolences and our condolences to the family of Mommy Ju. Mommy Ju, I believe, at least for all of the cousins here, I believe that they consider her, or at least we did, we considered her like the cool aunt, because as you know, the women in the Torres family, and not having met Auntie Tits, the women in the Torres family tend to be somewhat strict and overbearing, and nothing against them, and you too, Tito Romy, very strict, and but Mommy Ju was different because for whatever reason, you know, each step along the way when we met her, she kind of allowed us to do things and to live life and to experience things that I guess that our parents and our other aunts and uncles didn't allow us to do. For example, and I already went to confession, by the way, I just want to apologize in advance. When we first went to the Philippines, I believe, or maybe the second time, I believe I was 16, and I was thinking, oh, Mommy Ju's just like my mom, Tita Romy, really strict, won't allow us to do anything. And my cousins, the older male cousins in our family, they wanted to make sure that at least my brother and I, Joe and I, would experience what a male should experience in the Philippines. And so what they did was, and I'm not going to name any names because,
because Mommy Ju's listening.
Yeah, well, I remember we went to an establishment, and then when we came back, we went to the house, and I'm thinking, oh, I was feeling really guilty about the establishment we went to. Mommy Ju, she literally says, she started smelling, I smell Imperial. And if, I don't know if you guys remember what Imperial was. It's a place a place where you can get therapeutic services on your back with extra services in Mandaluyong, I think. And so I was like shocked. I said, oh my gosh, she's gonna tell my parents, and and I'm done. We're, and she goes, no, don't worry, I'm not gonna tell your mom and dad. Oh, I said, oh, Mommy Ju, she's the cool aunt. She's all right. And I was like, oh wow, okay, I'm all right with that. And all along the way, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a different Taurus woman. I had the experience of Auntie Luz stay with me, and wow, even when she wasn't hearing very well, she was always going through my stuff and saying, oh, you shouldn't have this, you shouldn't have this, and I'm like, oh, okay. But Mommy Ju was different, and she knew how strict my parents were, even with what we ate. And I remember one time we were in, I think Egay and I had just finished a medical mission in Antique, and when I came back, I was pretty sick. So my parents and my family went down to Mindanao along with Daisy. And I was so sick that I couldn't make the trip. And to this day, Ina, I think I was your first patient, if she's on the line. Ina, she took care of me. She tried to make sure that I felt okay. Never talked, but she took care of me. And I guess the point of that is that she even she took care of Ina, took care of me, Antonietta took care of me, and made sure that, well, you know, you're here by yourself. Why don't we go out and do something? And I said, well, I don't drive in the Philippines. I was a doctor already. I said, I don't drive in the Philippines. There's no way. But we can't go anywhere because, you know, your sons aren't here. Nobody can drive us. Your driver's home. No. Let's go. Here's the keys. And I went, what are you talking about? Let's go get something. And so she literally went out. She goes, let's go find some food. And so we went to a place that I know your parents aren't going to like this, but you're going to like it. And so for the first time I had bulalo. And I said, oh, this is great. I know it's not good for you, but it's okay. And she actually allowed me to drive her car, which again, for me to drive in the Philippines at that time, I was like, I can't believe this. It's just scary. As you might know, it's scary to drive in the Philippines, especially in Metro Manila. And then last but not least, and I know if Raymond's on the line, I can't tell you how understanding Mommy Ju was. I think the Torres family, I think Jay and Lorraine and Raymond were there with us, and along with Romy. We went there around Christmas, New Year's, I believe in the early 90s. And Raymond and I, being the immature adults that we were having a lot of fun with the fireworks that were very common at that time. And so the fireworks in the Philippines are not like the little firecrackers that, you know, they go pop and, you know, make a little noise. They're like mini bombs. And so I don't know what got into us. Raymond and I said, well, why don't we set off this, they called them triangulos, but when they're large, they're called super lolos. We had a super lolo and we put it in the back of a U. And we said, well, yeah, it should be okay. It shouldn't make too much noise because it's a small yard. It should be okay. And I don't remember, Raymond, if you were the one that lit the fuse or if I lit the fuse, or I know you put something on top of it. When we lit it, it literally made a huge explosion. And the point of this is that there was smoke everywhere. You couldn't even see things. It was like a fog in San Francisco. You couldn't see anything in the backyard. And I heard screaming from the kitchen, Ray! And I'm not sure which Ray it was. It was Raymond or me. I don't know which one it was, but you could, in the kitchen was like San Francisco fog. And it was my mom, of course, yelling to say, what are you doing? What's going on? And Mommy Ju, she was laughing. She was like literally just smiling, and she knew what we were doing and she was laughing. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that Mommy Ju allowed us to really experience life without any boundaries. I mean, you know, in the sense that she said, hey, I got you, have fun, I understand. And I think I'll always miss that. She always wanted to make sure that that all of us, you know, she always gave my kids, like in Jay's case, all of our kids always gave us stuff when she visited. And I'll never forget her kindness, as you guys all know. And in any case, if there's anybody that wants to refute anything I said or take the fifth, you're welcome. But thank you for allowing me to share. Mommy Ju was supportive of everybody. And we pray for her soul. We pray that we take her spirit with us and continue to live life with her in our memories. And like what the priest said, when we feel the pain of the loss, that's our prayer to her and our prayer to God for her and ourselves and us as well. Thank you.
We'll miss you, Mommy.
Okay. I think
I want to just add on to that is that the smoke was that not just little smoke. I mean, literally it covered the whole kitchen where you could hardly see anything. So it was pure white to a point where everyone, yeah, and like what Ray was saying, Tita Nelly was Ray, and Mama Ju was just laughing. But yeah, it was literally all white in that kitchen.
And we didn't learn. We were, you know, I know I like to think that I was still a teenager then, but I think I had already, like I said, I'm pretty sure I was a doctor already. And I believe at the time, I think we woke up my sister's boyfriend who was sleeping in the guest room above. And I believe that we were just, the explosion was just short of shattering all the windows in the entire house.
It was. I remember that. It was so loud. That's why Mom yelled so much. It was like kaboom.
So Ray, I don't know what we were thinking at that time. In fact, I don't know if we lit another one prior to that or after that, because I recall we also lit one right in front, right? And
We
as
did, because in our wisdom, we felt that, well, since it was enclosed in the back, it was more open in the front.
Yes.
And therefore, the same explosion should not be as loud and it should dissipate the smoke better.
Right.
So,
Right.
and
And I recall, right, I think as we lit it, right, soon after, like a second later, there's even a jeepney that actually drove by.
That's right.
As it blew up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what did we just do again?
Well,
Why
I
are
have
we
to
why
say-
are we why are we busy discussing about the fireworks? I heard something else prior to the fireworks. I think for the benefit of the kids, they don't know that place.
That's a good
That's a
thing.
good thing.
I think it's a Chinese restaurant here in Irvine, right?
Yes, definitely a Chinese restaurant, right, Rico?
That serve fireworks also.
Okay, I'm going to have to stop the titas now.
Exactly.
Let's go back to
we need a break. We need a break. Before Tita Raymond, I think Tita Raymond wants to share. We want to. I think Kuya Rico wants to say to share his experiences with Mommy Ju also.
So who's going? Me?
Query
Rico.
God.
Kuya Rico first, and then you can go after. We need a break.
Pay attention, Dad.
Thank you, Rico, for giving us a break.
Are you
Hey,
ready?
You're on mute, Rico.
Oh, so yeah,
Go ahead,
sorry.
Rico.
So yeah, hi. I'll try to represent my side of the family, at least when we were kids. So growing up with Antiliat, Dad always gave us an image of Antiliat being really strict, very disciplinary, as you may call it. To the point that I do remember this memory. Eric and I suddenly became sacristans for a mass that was being held in the old Alio. Eric and I didn't have an idea of what to do, so we were like passing the wine and the host stuff, and like we were just the worst sacristans. But the story behind that is it was Dad who told me I had to do it because Mommy Chu said so, and we 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 didn't it was non-negotiable. If Mommy Ju said something to Dad like, Rick, samahan mo ako, Divisoria. Rick, Bulacan tayo. Like, that's completely non-negotiable. Dad is required to go. It reached the point wherein Mommy Ju would be calling Dad's phone, and Dad would tell me, don't answer. Okay? Then the phone would stop ringing. But then it's our house phone that starts ringing. And back then we had those caller IDs. And I saw, oh, this number looks like Alio. So I pick it up. And on the line, it's like, Rick. Like, oh, wait lang until yet. Then dad was signaling me, parang, like, I couldn't understand him. He was just signaling me. Like, dad's busy ata eh. And then, Mama Ju would say, sabi mo sa papa mo, punta na siya dito, inaantay ko na siya. Like, very angry. So, because of moments like that, I got traumatized. But Mama Ju is very strict. But as the years go by, as I got older, more ballroom dancing, more Gloria Maris events. That's when I realized that Mama Ju really did care for not only her grandchildren, but for the entire family. In my experience, or at least in our family's experience, Mama Ju redefined what a reunion and what a party should be. From the simplest things and everyone's favorite leche flan, her kare-kare and dinuguans, she redefined the most important thing. And for me, that's the attendance check. if she calls you and you confirm that you will be in attendance and you messed up and don't make an appearance, that's a red flag for Antilia, for Mami Ju. She she not you may see it as forcing you to attend these events, but given how difficult times now are, it makes you appreciate those events more. It makes you appreciate that iron fist side of Mami Ju, wherein she would tell you that family is really important. Her attendance checks, her sermons, um, her random calls, that all meant something. And you know, she's just that special to everyone. I mean, just look, the Taurus Grand Reunion, everybody knew Mommy Ju. Everybody had to talk to Mommy Ju. So the way she made herself present in our family, the way she established what family should be, I think that's a legacy that no one can replace. So Mommy Ju, thank you for taking care of dad and the rest of my uncles and our aunties while they were growing up. Thank you for being with us in the family, and you are definitely irreplaceable. Thank you.
Thanks, Kirika. I noticed a recurring theme of getting a sermon from Mommy Ju, and it's so funny because you can really see what side you're on. I noticed that the applause from me to Laika, I don't think she ever gave us a sermon. Maybe you could really tell who were the bad boys that Mommy Ju had to talk to, had to discipline.
Yeah,
Right.
I saw in the chat when I said Eric and I. Yeah, that sounds very. It doesn't end well usually.
Yeah, starting with EA. EA never got a sermon. EA is not a bad guy. How about Tito Raymond? Did you ever get a sermon from Mommy Ju? We want to know the truth.
And up next, it's
I
Raymond.
never did. I never did.
And now is the time, Raymond. No,
Raymond, Raymond, actually,
Sure.
it's interesting. Ray is such a good guy. Angel, you can see the halos, right? It's not CGI, and it's not Chelsea. but it's true holiness, and with that, I think. Go ahead, Ray.
Ray, you have to go back to confession so that Raymond can talk.
Yeah, no kidding, right? But
anyone who gets dinner at 3 p.m. and sleeps at 7 p.m. has to be a good boy.
oh gosh. Oh my gosh, what can we say here?
So true.
Definitely, I think just to echo what everyone's pretty much shared with Mama Ju, right? Mama Ju was definitely a second mom to most of us, not all of us, right? She always took care of us and Dad. she always manages to find a way to influence us, is probably a nice way of putting it, right? But I think my earliest recollection of experiencing that influence, if you will, was when I was still a kid in Mandaluyong, where it was a combination of Nanay, Dad, and Mama Ju scolding me for something I did. I can't remember what I did, but needless to say, it just left an imprint of that, I guess, typical Taurus lecturing that just never seems to end. And I know my brother Jay can attest to that, right?
Never.
Right, having that he's experienced it, I think, right? In fact, just to kind of add on to his story just a little bit, it actually it started with me. I was inside that room with Mama Ju, Auntie Nell, and Auntie Luz, and I don't know what we were talking about, but definitely it wasn't the same topic as what Jay was talking with them. And it was also Ate Arlene, who was in that same room with us. And needless to say, as soon as Jay just walked in just to say hi, there goes, Ate Arlene, the instigator, right? And goes, "Ayan, si Jay." And that's when it all started. "Halika nga dito sa loob, blah, 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 blah." And at that point, that's when I just stood up and just walked away and closed the door and pretty much had a good laugh, if you will, at his expense. But yeah, I mean, it was somewhat reminiscent of what I was experiencing as a kid, because it was just Mama Ju just being Mama Ju and being a typical parent. But to Ray's point earlier, right? She was definitely the cool aunt, right? When we lit that firework in her backyard, it was just amazing, because just that, not even thinking of the ramifications, right, of lighting a super lolo in the backyard, not to mention an enclosed backyard. I mean, everyone, kind of knows how that backyard is. It's small, and the second we lit it, it just echoed and just blew all of that dust everywhere. And I think I'm trying to remember if it was lunch or breakfast, but needless to say, there was just cooking, and it's just dust everywhere, right? And when Tita Nell just called Ray, I just looked at Ray and was like, was she talking to you or me? Because she just said, "Ray." So, but in any case, but again, just to also touch upon what, Rico was saying, right? Anytime, Mama Ju calls, right? You just have to answer and just go with them. In fact, there was a trip that when they were out here one time where it was like, "Hey, you're not doing anything, right? Can we go to Ontario Mills?" I was like, "Okay, we're going to the mall," right? And I think that was before her knee surgery. And I know I already had the truck at that point, and oh yeah, she kept complaining. I was like, "How am I going to get up here?" Blah, 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 blah. And I think Ate Arlene was with us, Ate Edith was with us. But in any case, so, getting off the truck was no problem, right? So we would, we would just go out in the mall and just walk around. I think she was on a wheelchair. So, and I think it even got to the point where she shops so much that she stopped, we stopped pushing the wheelchair with her on it, because we had all of the stuff that she shopped on the wheelchair, and she was just walking, right? And it's almost like a walker, if you will, right? Like a shopping cart, because it was just full of stuff. And then, in any case, and so as we were getting ready to leave the Ontario Mills Mall, I remember, trying to figure out, I was like, okay, how are we going to get Mommy Ju up, in the car and in the truck again? So literally I had to kind of pull up to the curb and at least get some, get good, 6 or 8 inches off of that. So we could kind of ease her in and push her into the car. But yeah, that truck was just full of her shopping list. Right. And she just loves to shop. And so, and definitely one thing I will miss about Mama Ju is, spending those times, every time they're here, we would have a barbecue at my place. And it's always, it starts off with, hey, when are we having a barbecue at your place? And at that point, it's just a matter of scheduling. And it's like, all right, let's do it. And it's always fun just having everyone in the house, with Mama Ju, just eating away, just like with Auntie Nell, who would, complain and goes, oh, ano naman to? Kanin na naman yan, ribs na naman yan. And yeah, and Auntie Nell would finish all of it, in front of her, right? And they would just munch away, and it's always fun. And that definitely is something I will miss, just spending time with
Raymond.
family. Yeah.
Raymond, it brings back a memory of Mommy Ju. She would spend, when she would come to the States, a lot of times she would spend time here, but here in my house. But then she always wanted to spend a little time at your mom and dad's house because she didn't want to show my mom what she bought, that she bought so much stuff. And my mom would always be, what's this? What's this? This is, you don't need that. You don't need that. That's expensive. Why? And for my mom, as you guys know, if it's not free, then it's too expensive, and so she always she would, in fact, they would stop, when you're from your shopping trips, she would stop by your dad's first to drop off all the stuff and then come back here. Anyway,
yes.
Another memory.
Oh yeah, I remember those. I mean, it's just all about, okay, yeah, don't tell Auntie Nell about this one. So, but in any case, yeah.
That was our payback to her for everything she did for us.
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, as I think Kat, mentioned on our cousin's post, right? Until yet is the glue that bonds the family together, right? It's always, it's always about family. It's always about, spending time with family. And regardless of how busy she is, she always makes time, to visit family. And she always sort of instilled that on us, that it's always about spending time with family, and also obviously taking a lot of pictures, right? I think one of the first words that, Bree kind of learned in Tagalog is isa pa, right? So anyways, yeah, so Mama Ju, yeah, you'll be missed.
Tita J, you convinced us so hard that that you're not the bad boy here. You've proven so many points, but I'm not sure if it's good enough. We all know that the good influence is Tita J Torres.
Wait, what did I miss? Jay?
Right? Exactly.
Jay, this picture of you was asking forgiveness. That was not an angel pose.
Also, Tita J was the bad boy out of everyone, according to Ate Crisel. No one's convinced of your picture with the praying sign. Not good enough.
I'm glad, I'm glad the family knows, right? It's Jay, the bad boy, right?
We
I
need
just
some
followed the older, the older uncles. I just followed their ways, and that's how I learned. So it wasn't my intention.
Now, Ray and I were just, we would experiment with science, and that's it, hence the super Lolo, right?
Wasn't Father Buckius staying in the back house too when that went off?
Hey, you know what? I think you're right.
He was.
That's right.
He was. So I think that's why Mom yelled too. Well, you're gonna go, confess to Father Buckius too. and apologize.
So probably that's why Ray and I went outside and lit another one. I don't know.
Anyway, I want to ask Tita Jane Torres if she's ready.
Sure.
Thanks, Tita Jane. Hello.
Hi, good morning. I am Jane Torres. I'm the wife of Ray Torres. So, so I don't know if it's good or bad that I'm coming after him. Anyways,
Pay attention, Dad.
my perspective is from an outsider joining the family, so it's different. I'm not an original Taurus. I just said I do to one. So my first interaction with Auntie Liet was when we were preparing for our wedding, and I didn't know where to get my dress, and then it was suggested that, oh, maybe we should get it from the Philippines. So I think it was Mom who called Auntie Liet, and she took care of everything. I just had to send my measurements, and then she got the material, got her seamstress to do it, and I gave instructions on what the color and the style and what our giveaways were, and I was so amazed because she just took charge, and all my parents had to do was to bring it here. So that was my first interaction with her. But I had a beef with Auntie Liet, and I would always tease her about it every time she would come here to the States. And it was this. I'd say, Auntie Liet, bakit nung kasal ni Lorraine, my sister-in-law, tsaka yung kasal ni Jay, my brother-in-law, lumipad ho kayo. Ba't nung kasal namin ni Raymond, hindi kayo pumunta? And I don't remember. She would always say, "Ko naman Jing." She would just say that every time. And I would always tease her. Ray and I got married church on December the 27th. We got married civilly March 7th of that year. So I had an inkling of why she could not come, but I loved teasing her about that. And she would always say, "Ko naman Jing." Until one time, she actually responded. And I never forgot what she said. She said, "Alam mo, Jing," naiyak ako, "yung napang-asawa mo, mabait, aalagaan ka ng mabuti. Kaya lang nung kasal nyo, hindi ako makapunta kasi ang dami ko inaalagaan." I don't know how I responded. I just don't remember teasing her again about that. So I never knew what happens at Christmas. And then I just found out later yung mga aguinaldo na binibigay niya. Kaya pala hindi siya nakapunta. So, and that was only one thing that kind of sums up everything I know about her, how she takes care of everyone. And there were a lot of occasions also that she would take care of family. And I think Rico had said that, and a lot of family members had said that. I never know that. Like I said, I was just coming into the family. Yung history nung pag-alaga niya tsaka pagtulong niya sa iba. We saw glimpses of that whenever she comes here. I think everybody knows that she would probably bring one luggage full of pasalubong for everyone. And every single thing that she gives, either as a food gift or anything, had a label in it. So she made sure that everybody got one. And I'm probably not in her priorities of people. I'm probably not even married to a favorite nephew. But the fact that she actually thought about what to give to me is beyond me, is really beyond me. Even if I got probably my 10th cosmetic bag, or maybe she gave me a blouse or something that's probably, I can't even fit in, even if I lose 50 pounds, or it's like the style, where did this come from? But the fact that she actually thought of each one made a label, gave it, is a testament to the fact that she would want to take care of you. And who am I? Like I said, I'm not an original tourist. I just said I do to one. So to be afforded that generosity and that kindness and that thoughtfulness is beyond me. I just wanted to share that. I don't think I ever teased her after that, but I just wasn't expecting that response from her. So I'll miss her. I'll really miss her. And she was right. Inalagaan nga ako ng asawa ko. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Thanks, Tita Jing, for sharing that story. I wasn't aware that that about your story about Mommy Ju not being able to fly because she had to take care of so many people. And it's true because she's not you could hear from all the stories of the Apos that she still takes care of us. Like even when we're working already, she never stops caring for everyone in the family. In fact, even friends, it goes beyond family. She cares about everyone, all the lives that she's touched.
Yeah, it just boggles your mind because it came to a point na, naku, nakakahiya naman na tumanggap pa, nabibigyan ka pa ng pasalubong. It just boggles your mind. But you know how sometimes when you don't remember a person or what happened or something, but you don't remember how a person makes you feel? So ganun si Auntie Len. She makes you feel special somehow for some reason.
Yeah, that's so true.
So that was,
I do have a story. It's not my story to tell, but Pam Luber posted it on Facebook, so I think it should be okay. Pam Luber is the fiance of EA, and I remember that Mommy Ju would always give a cat present to Pam because Pam really loves cats. So every year she would ask her apos, ano yung bibigay ko kay Pam? Mahilig yun sa pusa, diba? So Pam, it's the cat story. So yeah, even up to Pam, she really she welcomes everyone with open arms. Anyone who comes into the family, also to my fiance Joey. I think I sound like a broken record always saying it that Mommy Ju has expressed her love to Joey as if he's also one of the grandsons of one of her grandsons. Anyway, I think someone is leaving the group chat. Ate Rica.
Yeah.
I think it was like 4 a.m. earlier. Thank you, Ate Rica, for joining us. Another chance again tomorrow because we'll have a novena. But I think to cap off the night, someone will speak. One of the siblings, Tito Egay, I think. Is Tito Egay ready
Saving the best for
for
the
the
last.
closing? I think, prepared for it. Or is everyone ready for
Yeah,
Tito Egay?
I think the right question
That's the question.
is everybody ready for Tito Egay?
Hindi ako prepared.
No, nobody's ready for me, guy.
Hello, everyone. How do I start? Thank you for saving the best for last.
Wow.
The last 2 months, November and December, many things happen that I just want to put it behind. So I believe what happened to Mommy Ju, everything that happens, it's all God's will. And I'm just happy that she's in a better place. No more pains, no more problems. So I just like to share yung mga good memories with Mommy Ju. But first of all, let me thank some new people. Si Kuya Bong, yung nag-drive sa kanya for the last so many years. Si Nanay Mel, who, yung mga nagluluto sa kanya for the past few years. And then yung 2 caregivers, si Noemi, yung nag-relieve sa ICU, And of course, caregiver Helen, who stayed with her for the last more than 2 years. Then, of course, lastly, my loving wife, Grace, for staying with her for
Almost.
almost
Your whole
Almost
married
lahat ng
life.
mga procedures, surgeries. And so let's go. Sundan ko lang yung sinabi ni Ray, Mami Ju is one of the coolest aunt. Actually, for the grandchildren, just to give you an idea of the Torres family, Mami Ju comes from a big family. I think 7 boys and 4 girls. Mami Ju is second to the youngest. So yung the most senior is may privilege. I remember Tita Luz telling story about she doesn't like Tito Pedi, the oldest, because she had a hard time during yung cleaning the house, yung mga household. Then the same thing with Tita Nelly. So same thing what happened. I think Tita Nelly was under Tita Luz. So she was the one cleaning the house and doing household chores. Then the same thing happened to Mami Ju. She was under Tita Nelly naman. So you see the seniority. Kaya lahat sila director. That's what. So actually, si Mami Ju ang pinaka-mildest na among the Torres, dahil second to the youngest. But to us, well, we call her para siyang director, She wants to be in control sa mga activities, lahat, for everything, So yung sinabi rin ni Ray na yung whenever she goes to Costco shopping, when she's with Auntie Nelly, so hinahawakan niya pa lang yung goods, Auntie Nelly will say, "Don't get that. That's expensive. Oh, that's high in cholesterol. Don't buy that." So, but actually, my mom didn't realize that nung time na ni Grace and Arlene, nagtatago rin sila kay Mami Ju pag nagsha-shopping. Kasi pag may hinawakan din sila, sasabihin din ni Mami Ju, "Oh, why are you buying that? That's expensive." Ganyan. So talagang ipapass siya from from Tita Nelly to Mami Ju, Ang actually na-surprise lang ako na pwede pala mag-mutate yung ganon sa mga daughters-in-law. Because I think Ed will agree, pag may binibili ako ngayon, sinasabi rin ni Grace, "Oh, why did you buy that? Oh, how much is that? Oh, meron ka ng several pairs of speakers. Why are you buying again?" So naipapasa pala yun, I just hope na yung mutation hopefully it's a mild variant, parang Omicron. So another stories yung kay Mami Ju, yung she adapted well with our generation, I remember nung first time we had our own cars. So when we go to Hong Kong, we buy mag wheels, Pirelli tires. Si Mami Ju also buys her, remember yung air dump, that's the bumper for her Lancer, spoiler. She buys also mag wheels, tires, So nakikisama siya sa amin, I remember when uso pa yung drag racing sa sa White Plains. Past midnight, wala pa siyang problema sa tuhod. We were running across towards Corinthian Garden to para hindi kami hulihin ng mga pulis, ano? Kasi inuhuli nila yung mga bystander, ano? So you see, kasama namin siya that time, ano? And also nung single pa rin si Edith, I remember nandito si Chona, Tess, and then Carol sa neighbor, and yung mga boys around them. So si Al, nanliligaw pa lang kay Edith whenever they go out to date, to watch movie. Meron silang entourage, no? So si Mami Jo ang head, kasama yung mga pinsan. So yan ang experience ni Al kay Mami Jo. No? Day pa lang lagi siyang nakabantay, you know. And then we go out also many times sa Baguio, sa mga Zambales. I remember Mami Jo na one time yung Zambales, lalabas kami magna-night swimming. Sasabihin niya, where are you going? Night swimming. Night swimming, gabi na. Don't go. Sabi niya, and then I think one time sa Baguio, yun sila, we were going out late na, no? Oh, it's late already, don't go out. That's one of her ballroom friend, ano? Calls her, Juliet, let's go out. And then sasabihin niya, okay, let's all dress up. Let's go out. So, that's Mami Jo, no? And then also yung, I don't know why, few years, parang she started preparing for this, yung things to happen, ano? I remember yung kagaya nung crypt na binili niya, ang gusto niya cremation, and then ayaw niya sa mausoleum, gusto niya yung malapit sa house daw. Ayaw niya na mausoleum na malaki nga, malayo naman sa bahay, so gusto niya yung madalas siyang dadalawin, you know? And I'll tell you a story, yung before she decided to be cremated, there was a time na hindi siya makadecide, ano? Kasi meron kaming Chinese friend na nagsabi na hindi daw maganda sa feng shui yung cremation, you burn, wala yung swerte. So there was a time na hesitant siya kung which one, ano? So I told her, Mami, don't worry about it, we'll take care of it, no? I remember I told her, do you remember my 50th birthday? Binigyan ako ng surprise party ni Grace. So gano'n na lang, so surprise ka na lang namin pagka kung mangyari yun, ano? And talking also about the cremation, you know, Mami Jo is, she knows the art of bargaining, ano? Sanay siya sa Divisoria, no? Actually, nadukutan na siya, I think 4 times abroad, ano? Hong Kong, Europe, Thailand, and yung last one sa Orlando, Florida, no? But never in Divisoria. Never siya, where you walk elbow to elbow, but never, no? So, naalala ko kung alam lang ni Mami Jo na mahal pala yung cremation, I think she will ask for a discount. No? So which I actually tried asking for just to please her, ano? So I inquired din sa management kung pwedeng 50% discount yung cremation. So ang sabi ng management, okay, 50%, but it's only half cooked, no? So So I said, sorry, Mami Ju. We have to pay the full payment. No? So, alam ng so marami pang mga kwento na na nag-bridge ng gap do sa generation up to the grandchildren. No? One story, yung si Mami Ju, every time sasakayan ng plane, pag nag-check-in, magre-request yan, gusto niya dito sa harap. No? Kaya that's why gusto niya yung merong priority yung naka-wheelchair. So, pag naka-wheelchair siya, pag boarding, priority, no? So, she likes that. But I think it was Chelsea who traveled with her, no? Kasi, I think pagdating sa arrival, i-announce nung stewardess. To all those who require wheelchair, please remain seated. Ayaw ni Mami Ju nun. So pagka tinanggal na yung unang-una siyang tatayo. So para mauna siya lumabas. No? So that's Mami Ju, no? What else? Well, naka-adapt din si Mami Ju naka-adapt siya doon sa generation namin and then sa generation ng mga grandchildren niya. Actually, we were happy na naka-adapt din siya sa tong digital media na, no? She was able, with a little problem sa Facebook, Viber, naka-adapt pa siya, no? So actually, she's more active than us, no? So I have many more stories, but siguro for this time, let's just all pray for Mami Ju. May she rest in peace. Thank you.
Thanks, Egay.
Thanks, Tita Eggs.
Thanks, Tito.
Kailangan may part 2, okay, Kuya Eggs? May part 2.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Episode 2.
Thank you.
Ate Marcel, did you have a request?
Thank you, bro. Kim, I think we can also have the others share their experiences with Mami Ju during the next novena. It would be nice to hear more from everyone.
Okay.
So I mean, you know, if you can plan or line it up, it'll be nice. Maybe we can hear kung paano pinahirapan si Bojit, ni Mami Ju with all the sermon during that time. Diba?
Yep, excited to hear all of those. Yeah, again, I'll just send the Zoom link to everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, before
Thank
I
you
cut
for-
you were talking to Chriselle. Sorry.
No, it's okay. She was just requesting if Kuya Eric can say a few words, but I'm not sure if we're ready for that.
Oh yeah. Sure, why not? Where's Eric?
Maybe he's here, but I'm not sure if he will speak.
So sorry, kagising ko lang. But yeah. Wait. No, I'm not ready.
Okay.
Spotlight's on you.
Yeah, Mommy Ju's gonna tell you to get a haircut first. Okay.
Yep. Or maybe you can introduce your novia.
Oh.
No. Tell us more.
Next.
Tell us more.
All right.
Okay.
We'll do that in the novena. You prepare.
Yeah.
You prepare na
Si Chelsea
talk,
na lang, si Chelsea na lang may boyfriend. Itim daw.
I don't have.
Oh, wait. Eric, you know there's interrogation, right?
Oh my gosh, okay, wait. It's everyone.
Tama may approval.
Dude,
diba?
For Mommy
Chelsea, what's going on?
Yeah,
Chelsea.
how come I don't even know what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Is it happening on the Raymond's nose? What the heck?
Right?
Wag kayo binisita ni Mommy Ju.
Hey, we got martial law here. Hey, what's going on?
Mommy Ju, please.
Kim,
Anyway, Kim host.
Ma, are you saying something?
yeah. Can you ask Mary Rose also if she can tell her story about Mommy Ju? Is she
Yeah,
still Mary
definitely.
Definitely, yeah, for the novena.
And I just wanted to ask if somebody knows about that story of the wedding dress which Mommy Ju sent abroad and then it got lost along the way.
Huh?
Does anyone know about it? Because it has something to do with Joy's story. Joy De Castro, the daughter of one of the classmates of Mommy Ju and Daddy. No one.
I'm not
Is
sure
it,
about.
was it Jinx's wedding dress? No. Was it provided by Mommy Ju? No.
We're not sure about the story, but
It's okay.
we'll keep tabs on that story, and then if anyone remembers, they can share. So see you everyone tomorrow. Have a good night to those who are in the Philippines who haven't eaten dinner yet. Enjoy your dinner and enjoy your day, everyone. Let's all keep Mommy Ju in mind. Thank you and good night. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I'll see you next time.
Good night. Morning from San Francisco.
Pala to Dr. Freddy Lilin, I saw him kanina.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ninang Lynette.
Good night.
Sinang Lynette. Lynette tuloy.
Thank you,
Lynette.
Frederick.
Hi, Ate Sandra.
Bing, that's Bing.
Bye, Mary.
Gosh, look at
Bye.
Thank you, Freddie.
Bye, Joel, Carol. Hi.
Lucky we're able to join.
Bye, Mom and Dad.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Bye, Mama
Oh,
Lynn.
you can sing?
Bye, Papa D.
Who's here?
Bye, Mom.
There. Go, Ethan.
Yeah.
But what are you doing?
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Daddy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Linda.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Luna. Bye.
Bye. Huh? Thank you, Noemi.
Bye, Chelsea.
For letting Daddy Pax join.
Ninang.
Bye, Chelsea.
Chelsea. Chelsea, what time is it there?
Bye, Nina.
Naman ni Ninang Chelsea.
Chelsea, inquiring minds want to know. Chelsea. Inquiring minds want to know.
It's Chelsea.
I know. I know, Ray. I think Ray, we can talk to her, Ray.
I don't have. Okay, I'm walking out.
Hey, come back.
Yeah, we need to talk to her. What's going on?
Why are you wearing a turtle neck?
Kept in the dark.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, and so just to let you know, my Arlo security camera keeps running out of battery because it keeps triggering every night. So,
I don't go out.
so if I could only share, photos.
Oh my
Yeah,
I don't even go out.
Tito Edo, Tito
No,
Edo.
so, hey,
if I could only share some of those, security footage with everyone, you would be surprised.
Hey, Chelsea, you know that your dad sees all those footage, right?
King Arlene here.
Singit lang ako ha. Singit ako. Bing, prepare ka ng sharing mo ha. Bob, share ka rin ha.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. We continue talking about Charles now.
Okay. No, we're not done.
Have a novena for Chelsea.
No.
Everyone was still here.
You need your own
Just
entrance,
now.
Chelsea. You need your own entrance, Chelsea. Your own entrance. Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, that way your coming and going is not going to be triggering the ring.
Triggering.
But you know what,
That's what you did. Is that what you did, Nino?
Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Hey, Ray, she just threw you under the bus, Ray.
Okay, bye.
Verna,
Why you keep on waving by,
share din
Chelsea?
kayo, ha?
Hi.
Sa next Novenas.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, because I was working, so
but I'm glad I was able to join
We'll
today.
end the
So
meeting
All
Bye,
right.
Ate Vern.
Thank you. Ronald, if you can
Hi,
share
Tita
also
Verna.
the next Novinas.
Ray, I'm surprised that that slipped under your nose.
Right? I
That
know.
she that she goes out on a date.
I
Right?
don't. I don't.
Right? Para lang Sabrina, ano ba yan? You know, going out, ano ba? What's the term? Dinner companion.
Kulit.
Want Rita share
Does
her
she
story.
does she tell you that she's just gonna do some errands? She's just
No,
gonna go
No,
Target.
I think no. The excuse I keep getting is I have to go to what do you got to the library. I have to study. Yes,
Oh,
I
okay,
have
okay.
you know,
I have to go to the library.
I have a group study.
I
no,
am studying.
right.
Study.
I'm pretty sure. You know what? I think one of these days I'm gonna get one of those ano ba yan, Apple key fob, what have you, and put it in the card, ba? So I could see where she's at.
Oh my gosh.
You can just turn on her locator on the phone.
I know, right?
Stop giving the parents some tips.
Verna, why are you doing this?
Hey, but you know,
Lahat
just like just like Mama Joe, right? Being the cool aunt, I'm trying to be the cool uncle.
Kuno. Kuno.
No.
Okay,
Ray.
bye.
Ray, you are the cool uncle, man. She already
that right?
she shared that with me in confidence, and now
No, I didn't.
Oh, is that right?
I did not.
Which part, Ray? Tell me more. Actually, you know what? We'll just talk in private.
Oh, ano ba? This is not your show.
We'll just
This is not
sidebar
the
this,
Tita show.
right?
Okay, so good night.
Ray, I got scared with your brother Joe earlier.
Where's Joe?
Well, first Kat showed her dog, and then Ronald I saw showed his pug, and then I was expecting Raymond to show his husky, but then Joe was in bed. Like, hey. We're talking about the real dog, man.
yeah. Well, you remember during his
idea what
wedding, during Joe's wedding. I mean, we say, "Where's Joe? Where's Joe?" At his own wedding in the Philippines. We go up to the room. He's in a towel. I said, "Well, you couldn't wait. We have still guests." What?
Sorry, Joe.
No idea what you're talking about.
Dog's out.
I saw a blanket covering something, so like it kind of
What was
scared
that?
me,
What was that, Pinsan?
I got goosebumps.
No
and
idea what
everything,
you guys are talking about.
That's
I
why
know,
the camera is
I know
off. I
it's
get it.
cold. It's
No, I didn't.
And that's why
6 a.m.
No, we got
there,
nephews and
it's
nieces
dark.
in here, right? We have nephews and nieces in here.
Hi. Hi. We're still here.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe. Don't be a bad influence, Joe.
Take yourself, please.
Oh, boy.
Hi, Merry Chris.
Daughter.
Oh
Daughter.
my gosh. Hi, Mary
She's awake.
Chris. Hi.
Oh dear.
Oh, hi, Mary Chris.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mary
guys. Thanks.
Yeah, sure, Joe. Yeah, you had to run somewhere, huh?
Daughter was watching everything.
Mommy Juice watching.
Yes. There you go.
You're still sleeping?
And by the way, Ray, so how high did you have to go up for your confession again?
The priest said, "Hey, this is above my pay grade. You might need to go to Bishop Gomez."
And what did the
How
bishop
Or maybe
say?
it's
long
like
was the
J-
confession? How long was it?
It's
Well,
it's a three-parter, Jay. It's a three-parter.
Well, when he found out that Jay was my cousin, he said, "Yeah, definitely, you got to go all the way to the top." And then I said, "Raymond's my cousin too," and he goes, "Oh, well, in that case, well, no." It's called dispensation. Right?
So how was it? Like, Father, this is a trilogy. I'll start
Well-
first with the first episode.
Well, I'm just gonna share briefly that if I had to confess all of my cousin Jay's sins.
Wow.
That's a nice way of deflecting your
I
rain.
have no idea why it's me right now.
And I know
Is
Chriselle
this
knows
a
what I'm
topic
talking
back
about,
to
right?
Chelsea?
Chriselle?
I don't know why.
No, but yeah, no, it's I lived outside of because I lived with Tita Romy for 3 years. I was living in Raymond's room actually, but his room, just outside his room was Jay's penthouse of passion, and then the bathroom. And so I always had to knock on the door to use the bathroom so I can go outside, right? I just
For all the nieces and nephews, do not believe this is not true at all.
Chriselle, back me up here, Chris.
Nothing to say. You are on your own. I'm so sorry.
I'm her ninong. I'm her ninong.
Patay. Nalaglag na.
I remember Kuya Jay asked me, who do you think among your titas is the pinaka bad boy? I said, duh, obviously it's you. He was so mad at me.
Why would you ask? Why would you ask that? Why would you ask that?
I know why even ask, right? That's already a known fact.
No.
Right? The Rays are the Saints, right, Pinsan? And we'll leave it at
go, man.
That's
it,
not
man.
what he
You got
said.
it.
That's not what he said.
See, thank you. See,
right? Just like what Ray said earlier, right? We have the halo.
Hey, what that halo you see is
I can only vouch for my Ninong Joe. Everyone else is so shady na.
Oh, I don't know about that now. Come on now.
Thank you.
Vouch for Nino
Thank
Joe.
you, Nana.
Hold
Love
on.
you.
Let me tell you about Joe. No, just kidding.
That's just because his name is after a national hero. That is a good boy.
Thank you, Nana. I love you.
that's
Thank
a
you
good
so
point there,
much.
Ed. Good point. Yeah. Oh, I could tell some stories.
We'll bring
for
back
just
Mommy
the-
Ju to
that's just for the titos.
her altar. So Belly
this
will,
is for-
baka magulat lang kayo.
Oh, all right.
Thank you,
Okay.
Belly.
Night,
Okay.
Mommy Ju.
Bye.
Mommy
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Hope to see you during the novena.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night, Mommy
Okay.
Ju.
Bye,
All right, Rico. Thank
Bye.
you.
Hi
Rico Town.
guys.
Take care, you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye all.
Bye. Good night,
Thank
Mommy
you,
Ju.
Belly.
Bye, Edit. Bye,
Okay.
guys.
It's 4
Bye,
a.m. there,
guys.
right? Grace,
Yeah.
tawag ka ni Daisy.
Hi, Days.
Grace, where are you?
Here. Naka-isolate.
There she is.
Hi, Grace. Are you in isolation?
Wait.
I miss you.
Bye-bye.
Sorry.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Alright,
guys.
everybody.
All right, guys. I'll be ending the call. Good night, all. Good
Okay.
morning.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rico.
Nice.
Bye,
Bye.
Thank
everybody.
you.
Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye,
Charles.
everybody.
Bye, Ethan.
Bye.
Bye, Birna.
Bye,
Bye.
Raymond.